Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, and welcome to part 3 of my commentary walkthrough of AER Memories of Old. Now, I'm starting from the save point this time, because this particular section, the next parts of the AER Memories of Old is quite long. Oh! Okay. Well, I started from a different save point than the one I thought I would, but that's no biggie. The main fact is that I've completed this section of AER Memories of Old. The next section is a journey over that way. But first I'm going to double check to see exactly what be the going on. Okay, yes,
Hey.
okay, the reason I'm skipping... this dialogue was in the original part, yesterday's... Well, not yesterday's. Feels like yesterday. This set part was in the last gameplay session. So, I'm just zooming through it because there is a side quest that revolves around talking to the NPCs when you go there. Hey, there's the deer. There's the deer. Whee! Now I forget. Did I? Great Spirit of the Woods, hear our prayers. Guide us safely to she who has been entrusted in your ways and the ways of old. Okay, I really need to watch it. Right. Now I need to follow the islands this way. Whoop, and try not to bump into anything. Or dive bomb into the... And here we are. Discovered Leafla's Grove. I don't know whether that means I'll respawn. Well, I probably will respawn here because the save and respawn seem to have different functions. Right. I am departing these lands. The priestess is safe. There is nothing more we can do. So, old friend, why do you linger? Aww. Some old friends having a talk in days gone by. Two of the spirit animals. Truly gigantic tree! Yeah, this section is very much built and themed around trees. And if the previous one was the water temple, then this is definitely the forest temple section of the thing. It's also much larger and longer. I'm going to have to see how much I actually get done. Oh, right, I'm now going to read this bit. Of Urza, which we loved, lost and longed for, city of cities, bright and dead, the white swan of marble raising her long neck eloquently into the purple sky. Her eyes, 1,000 souls, swimming the lake of the never-ending afternoon in the heart of spring. Her song, 1,000,000 hearts, praising the beauty of life undiminished and brief, a petal on the wind of fall. The white swan of marble, folding her luminous wings silently in the ashen dusk, never to be seen again. Aww, it's so melancholy. But then, as I've said before, this is a melancholy world. It's a post-apocalyptic world. This is a world that has lost everything. I remember spending ages flying around here when I first got this game. Oh. Well, you want to go somewhere? You're settling down near the yes. Hello, Spots. I've got my sister's dog with me at the moment. Hello, Spotty back. He's a border collie. I don't have the balls to show him on camera, or the technical skill to not potentially screw up this recording session. Whoops! For doing that. Honestly, I get slightly distracted and I almost fall off the thing. Okay, let me see if I can actually... Yes, Spots. It's cold. Honestly, Spots. Yes, I'm talking to the camera. Okay, a lot of reason is a bit itsy. We had a -6 frost last night. Not pleasant. Ooh. Sun and moon totem and lots of... Ooh dear. No! Why are you doing this? The old gods are dead. This power belongs to the god king Koroku now. Hello, two-tailed fox. Hey, Spots, I was talking to the game. Honestly. There's also a lot more dialogue here. What was that? Like a crack of thunder louder than I've ever heard. Seemed to come from on, right? Now, good boy, Spots, you settle down. There we go. We all know where to go because, hey, look, it's a massive thing there. Right, might as well activate the next stage of things. Un, deux, trois. And we have to fly through these. Thankfully, there's no timer. I mean, wouldn't this game be frustrating if there was a timer? I mean, maybe if they'd had a chance to refine the mechanics a bit, they could have gotten it smooth enough that they could have managed to get a timer in place. Ooh. Stay back, you fiends! Ooh. We never see these things. I'm kind of glad about that. Actually, it could... yeah, I think the main reason I spent so long here was partly because I was still getting used to the flying mechanics and getting used to sort of how this game was and worked. So it was a case of, I kept on hitting the structures rather than going through the holes, like I seem to be doing quite well here. He says before doing that. Okay, let me try again. There we go. And now head back white memories, white symbol memories on this island? I don't think so. Ah, I need to... I forgot I need to do this again. Hello. What's that? Oh! There's another one of those things. That's what he was running from. Yeah, they very much guide you during the water temple section. Here they kind of take the training wheels off. Excuse my slurp. Fruit tea. It's very nice and very warming, and you don't get caffeination. Though I loathe fruit tea with licorice. I just really dislike licorice. And you end up, I don't know why exactly, discovered the heartwood. Whoops. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of a slip and slide there. Is that you, Kara? No, that can't be right. Who are you? I need to get out. I am weak. It's the rock. It's not of this world. The rift. Further down, in the cavern. Close it. Oh, Lord. I had legitimately forgotten this bit. If there are two bits in this game that I really don't like, it's the light manipulation puzzle in the water temple and this platforming section, because the jumping is floaty, and I mean it's compared to some games it's quite responsive, but it really feels kind of floaty and awkward when compared to other games. I kind of feel like if the platforms had been going in maybe 1/3 slower, it would be less of a problem. But then this game would have, relatively speaking, even less gameplay. Okay, now this one... Phew, okay. Now I need to time it properly for this one. Oh, phew, just... Ah, I did it first time. And the void is gone. And the stag is free. Oh, I loathe that platforming puzzle. It is one of my complaints with this game. I mean, overall this game is a really nice, relaxing time, but there are some things that just... You did it! I feel much better already. Thank you. I was beginning to fear a fate where I would fade away. Kokoru's men took hold of my home. They wanted the magic of this place. I fought for so long, but I am just one and they were so many. At least I kept the most important secret, and it's the one you're looking for too. You are looking for too, isn't it? I have what you need. Here, take the key. It was my task to protect it, and so I have. Thanks again, young one. I'll leave the rest to you now. It may not be a charitable thought, but I'm vaguely wondering if I forget whether the people who made this, whether English is their first language. I mean, the writing here isn't bad, not in the slightest, but there are those occasional weird points where there's the grammatically out of sync, I suppose you could say, use of contraction and no contraction. Oh, here's the big fox again. Ah, my friend, what leads a bird to the east, and to visit Lifla on top of that? Oh, so she held the key all this time. Use it where it belongs, further east and a dash north. Close to my home, to be true. But answer me this. How come temples lead downwards when people look up to the sky for answers? It has eluded me for centuries, but that's fine. Humans are special creatures, to say the least. We are also somewhat contradictory creatures. And here we are. That didn't take as long as I thought it would. I just need to follow the island string. Oh, and if you're wondering, press tab on my keyboard and there's the islands that have been unlocked so far. There's a vast chunk of the map not yet filled in. Yes, I should have just pressed tab again. I keep on thinking I should need to press another button to do something, but that's discovered the ruins of On. Whoop. There's the heron statue. I don't remember this place being here. Are the lands drifting in the wind? We need to hurry if we want to reach someplace safe. This is one huge... Oh wow, yes, there's a lot of ghosts there. When I'm not completely missing it. Whoop. Being thrown. Just echoes of the past. There is nothing more we can do. The machine is an accident waiting to happen. We got too greedy. Sadly, that can happen with people. This game is also not particularly subtle in the messages it's giving off. It's pretty environmental, as in humans can do daft things if they overexploit something, which is a very sad truth. Humans can tend to go overboard with something, and that isn't a new phenomena. It's actually pretty precedented. Forgotten this scroll. The clans of the south are proud people. Even now, before the threat of the so-called God King Koroku, they will not bow. Before the cities of Urza and On were built, many of their shifters chose the deer as their spirit animal, the protector. But slowly, their spirits succumbed to sadness and they blamed the gods for the darkness in the world. The darkness invited into their hearts spread further. If this is true, then so is the opposite, existence of light, and there is hope. I am Cajsa of the Eastern Islands, and the first shifter in 10 generations. My spirit animal chose me, and I will fight. I will travel north, to the monastery to join the other priests. Suggestive. Yeah, I mean you can find your way by pre-knowledge or by complete accident to the different areas, but there's a lot of bits of stuff here that's just scattered in the notes you find. Now, I forget, is there anything down here? Whoa, apart from dive bombing almost into oblivion. No, there isn't. But this is the ruin of Ulm, I think. Yes. Yep, this is one of the monsters. This is actually the most interesting place for me to explore because there is so much here. So many ruins. And so much remnants of what once was. The God King demands changes. Whoever heard that before? Okay. By royal decree of God King Kuroku, King of Kings and God of Gods, all must bow to him, the only God. His and his alone are all the lands of the East and the lands of the gods. Bend the knee and be spared, resist and see the last of your days. Such is the will of the God King Kuroku, now and forever, written in the 10th year of the Heron in his great city of On. Well, this was the decoration, where a man made himself a god. Ooh! It's a hare! Hello, hare! No spots, I'm talking to the game. Get up there without... No, you can't get up there without transforming, without shifting. But you can do this. I forget whether there's... No, there's no dialogue, just... Honestly, this place is so sad and quiet. There's... Ugh. Hello. So much here. So many. There were lots of little bits of dialogue scattered around these areas. Betting that's a woman and child. And who knows what was going to happen to them? Well, you can guess, and the guess isn't particularly nice. That's definitely the impression they're giving here. Impression of a... This is a world that was very brutally destroyed. Somewhere up here. Or I just... No, I haven't looped back to something else. Heroic and somewhat pathetic last stand going on there from the look of it. This song is so sad. Oops. Anything? No. This one? No. Well, grand reading marathon begin. To Gorion of the Storm Isles, from his son, Tazul. Father, it's with sorrow that I must tell you of the loss of the Snow Crane Library. The palace guard of the city of On came in the night, carrying weapons and shouting the name of their king, Koroku. Oh, okay, that was shorter than I expected. Yeah, these notes can get quite verbose. They destroyed and burned houses and scrolls alike, and would have burned us too, had we not been able to escape. We watched from a safe distance, keeping close the few precious scrolls we had saved. Yeah, apologies for slight reading hiccups. We will journey to the monastery in the northwest to place the scrolls in its safety. I trust that it's too far away for Koroku's wrath and too poor to excite his greed. The spirit crane will lead us until the snow line and then return home south with my letter to you. I hope he finds you well. Oh dear. That's not a good sign. Oh, another one there I missed. This is what I meant. This place is just full of stuff. Mayor, open the door. Are you just going to let these soldiers overrun your city? Stop cowering and come out. One wonders if he had a choice. Well, obviously didn't help him. Yeah, I just wanted to check down here. There really is nothing much here. That's on. Okay, try again. Mushrooms and butterflies and... Sir, our scouts report that several deposits of air have been found under the temple grounds north of here. And that's the name of the game. Air seems to be some kind of energy resource that was mined to the point where the whole world disintegrated. Discovered Eastern Steppes. Lovely. Hello, hares. Ooh. The guard tower has fallen. Help me search for survivors. Oh, beautiful. In a sad way, obviously. And over here... Ooh, that iron's got a bit cockeyed. Here's the great big bird temple. Boing. Home of thousands, we built this shrine to stand a beacon as the home to the birds of these lands, much as birds did for us in ancient days. They have been our friends since forever. They scouted the lands and settled in places of soil which could sustain us. When we still were the tribes in the wilds, we travelled with the birds as they moved. We trusted them to mark the moment of change. They taught us to be nomads and shaped us to what we became. Okay, my poor writer's brain finds it a little bit clumsy, but it could have been much, much worse. I mean, if you... There are a number of games you could find where there is truly unironically horrific writing. Ooh. They found us! Quick, Myra, run! Ooh. you know, when I first saw this, it's actually going to be quite the start. I mean, and I'm almost sad they didn't make it in. Now that's the next location, but I'm going to explore up here because this is part of the same area. Pack your things, sister. The rumors are true. We are leaving for the west. This priestess will give us shelter. Fox again. This is the protector that my father and his father before him asked guidance of. That was before the God King protected us. Well, protector's one way to put it, mister. Sent the world into a death spiral is another. Up that way is an area that I'm planning to go through because this whole this world is basically one gigantic wheel with a central spoke, and you will see the central spoke by the game's end. There really isn't that much else around here. Oh! There is something down there. And you can see why I missed this little bit on my original playthrough, because it's very, very well hidden. Okay, how can I angle this so I can read them both? There we go. Gardas told me that the mountains to the north were falling apart. You shouldn't believe such rumors, Dalius. That's the world as it used to be. All one big landmass. Well, I honestly do wonder, how on earth do the people survive in a world that is basically one gigantic mass of no longer connected islands anymore? Because, I mean, basic problems and all that, but then, I mean, this is a fantasy realm, but it's the kind of fantasy realm that I find difficult to suspend my disbelief with. I find a bit of a, well, admittedly it's quite wobbly, but a bit of a limit as to how much of my disbelief I can suspend per, per fantasy realm. Some I can. Surprisingly, Narnia, I can suspend it, but with places like this, the Sky Civilizations, I just can't. Science fiction is different, but fantasy is another question. Right, now I'm going to go up here and read this bit before... Let me go! These are holy grounds, not just another power source for the taking. Well, hasn't stopped people before, mate. In fact, that's positively encouraged them. Open temple? Yes, please, I will do so. It does have an amazing look. So, up she comes. Thump, thump, thump. Right. I think once again this is an excellent place to leave off. We can do the temple and any other bits and pieces next time. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, thank you for tuning in if you decided to watch this far. If you'd like to support the channel, then you can please yes, like, subscribe, share this video, this walkthrough. If you'd like to support me financially or see my storyline opinions in action, then you'll find links in the description to my debut novel, Starborn Vendetta. It's the first of a science fiction series. But yeah, anyway, it has a few more protagonists like this one. Okay, but yeah, I will see you next time. Toodaloo.